Well, good day, absolutely everyone, and welcome back to the Holler. I'm your host, as always, Jack, and hey, in case this is your first time coming by my YouTube channel, well, I do all kinds of stuff, and I absolutely would love it if you could join us over here. If you could drop a like and a subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it. Plus, if this is your first time viewing this particular Scarlet Hollow Let's Play, well, there is an entire playlist with every single video over on my channel, alongside all the other crazy stuff I do, so you can go get started right there. Before I go any further, I would like to say that this game was donated to me by the magnanimous, absolutely magnificent Bunny, and honey, if you're listening to this, I sure do love you a whole lot. So, last time on Scarlet Hollow, we finished up with Chapter 2, and today we are starting fresh, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed on Chapter 3. Some pretty serious stuff has gone down, so I'm looking forward to what we get into today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. We should probably take a shower. Oh, I forgot this bathroom's absolutely like nightmare tier. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Let's think about someone special. You think about someone special. Specifically, you think about... Well, as I've kind of been hinting at all throughout this series, I kind of have a crush on Kanika, so we're going to pick her. You think about Kanika, the resident goth and one of the most level-headed and fashionable people in town. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and try to dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Let's go check on the possum, make sure he's okay. He's got a buddy! There's two of them now. I have a bad feeling about if we try to pet him. He looks absolutely delightful. They look upset. We're just gonna wave. You wave down at the possums. They look up at you. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Against your better judgment, you reach out to the opossum's hand outstretched. Oh, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe now they'll leave your dresser and return to nature where they belong. I wonder what happens if we text Kanika. You pull out your phone and text Kanika. Memes are always a good opener. You send her a photo of an exhausted Ben Affleck. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's text Stella as well. How are you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You've done everything you wanted to do up here. It's time to start your day. Oh, that's the maid? Gardener? Somebody? You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frofro glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy the best she can. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Hey, Tabitha. How's it going? There was a massive mine collapse on my property last night. I could practically feel the whispers of unionization today. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I'll be out of here in a couple of minutes. I feel like shit from last night, and I still have to wrap up my morning routine. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'll probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. Jenny, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything, I'll know. Oh, you are super cute. As you're ready to leave, Jenny approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the both of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Jack, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in all that. You did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation all right. I'd love to chat, but I'd hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course. Feel free to swing by the church any old time. Daniel and I are always there, except when I'm working, of course, but Daniel's usually there regardless. Oh, you're married. Damn it. All right, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing in the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, I gotcha. We're picking up tea. Yeah, I'm picking up tea. Why are you saying it all weird? Just let it go. Tabitha's way too much of a square to smoke weed, I think. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice just to go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn at the door as the door to the general store burst open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me do and so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Oh. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Yeah, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Sweetheart, that is the PTSD talking. What do you mean? Oh, let's see here. What are you burying? A lot of things. I'm burying Pearl Ann this coming Sunday, for instance. That is the most horrifying smile I have ever seen a human being make. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smell of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Goodness, I'm having such a horrible time narrating today. Of course. Jack, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. You remain silent. Be civil while we're gone, Miles. Miles rolls his eyes. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with the tinkling of bells. You find a subtle spot near the door and listen in. I know it looks a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was fairly short notice. In the future, please give me at least 2 months to gather what's needed. These plants aren't exactly easy to come by. Is there enough? Yes, everything should go just fine. Make sure this is all it eats for a few days, and I mean all. Put it somewhere it can't get other food. I'm not keeping it inside. Outside then, a shed, something enclosed. And please call me if you get confused. Don't assume you know what you're doing. You only have one shot at this. Remember that. Pearl Ann ran me through it plenty of times. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announces another patron. Good Lord, you're a big boy. Or in this case, two other patrons. Oh, hey, Duke. Well, if it ain't Jack. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. They were there with Stella the night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jack. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. I can see the family resemblance. You know, he's a tiny gremlin of a man, and you're a fucking giant. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. Nice to see you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Jack, but we'd best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It was nice meeting you, Jack. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. I really like Duke. I don't know anything about Bo, but Duke reminds me of, like, my grandpa. So, I kind of have a soft spot for him. They shuffle off into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make my breakfast if you want to swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan? Sliding into the DMs, are we? Oh, yeah, I'm trying. If you want to hang out, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Yeah, we're gonna pursue Kanika. You follow the directions Kanika texted you and soon find yourself in a disused parking lot hidden behind the shuttered shops on Main Street. She's sitting alone in the back of her van. But she notices you lurking at the edge of the parking lot and waves, her troubled expression brightening into a smile. Hey, you made it. Hop on in. There's something different about Kanika today. She seems tired, her usual alertness gone, and her eyes unfocused as they settle on you. Sorry if this is a weird place to hang out. I'm, taking a mental health day. Kinda need some space from the store. Plus, I feel like ass. I'm exhausted and a little out of it. Must have inhaled too much coal dust last night. We're gonna try to flirt with Kanika. Like, every time I flirt with a character in a video game, I always feel like it goes absolutely horribly wrong in the worst way possible. But, you know what? I'm a Carolina Grizzly Bear, baby, so we're gonna give it a shot. Well, you look great. Are you trying to lay down the charm on me? Maybe it's working. Keep it up and see. I feel like... Are we still going over to Reese's place today? Oh, right. With everything going on, I almost forgot. Yeah, I think that's around 4. Here's hoping he's still up for it. I'm dying to know what he's been up to in that little dungeon room of his. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the guy, even with everything else that's been going on. Any tips for making a good first impression? I don't think you need to worry about making a good impression. If I know Reese, he'll be way too worried about his own shit to even be offended by anything you have to say. Even if you insult his art, he'll probably just think you deserved it, the poor guy. Aw. Don't do that, by the way. It would be like kicking a puppy. You remain silent. Yeah, I think we should ask her about her folks. I was trying to avoid the topic, but... What's going on with you and your folks? She sighs. Are you sure you want me to get into it? I don't want to dump all that drama on you. Kanika, for you, absolutely anything. Only if you're comfortable sharing. I don't want to pressure you into saying something you'd rather keep private. It would honestly be a relief to talk about it with someone. Thanks, Jack. Especially since you were there last night, so you know how it felt to survive something like that unscathed. So after I got home last night, I had to deal with my brother. He really made me feel like I was the bad guy, especially once we got home. Like, the whole mind collapse was my fault. And Mom didn't help. She never does. She always takes his side, saying he's young and he's allowed to make mistakes. Mistakes that I could never dream of getting away with. When we told her what happened, she just said the same shit she always does about family and getting along and sent us to bed with tea. Her favorite method of conflict resolution. As if a little hot leaf water will eventually help anybody. What's the deal with her and her tea anyways? I don't know if you've seen the sign in the tea room, but apparently tea is life. It's like she thinks she's some kind of witch. Sweetheart, your mother is a witch. That's like an old Appalachia thing. Like, she's a witch, lady. It's kind of boiled over this morning, though. She wound up blaming me for letting Miles sneak off into the mines, saying that if I hadn't been working like I was, supposed to, he wouldn't have gotten into trouble. Like I'm supposed to be in charge of a sullen teenager every second of the day, while working. And it's not like I don't care. I'm always stressing out about that kid or the store or the million other little things I'm supposed to keep up with. None of this should be on me. These are the best years of my life, and I'm wasting them in this dying town, keeping a store afloat while my mom just messes around with little herbs or whatever. I'd made it out of here, damn it. I'd gotten into grad school. I was good at it. I was going to graduate with honors and everything. But Dad died, and I came back for the funeral, and I had to stick around just to help Mom sort a few things. First it was a month, then 2. And now here I am over a year later, and those few things became my life. I don't want to be this person. If I could, I'd just drive this van all the way to the coast, lie down on the beach, and never come back. Oh, this is a really tough one. Oh my gosh. Because like I like her family, but I also understand where she's coming from. It sounds like you already know what you want to do. Kanika is quiet for a moment, staring out at the overgrown parking lot. Yeah, you're right. Maybe tomorrow. Stella made all those ghost hunting plans. I can't just skip out on her like that. But yeah, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. You should come with me. Oh. God, and of course I felt like an asshole for talking about all of this now, this morning after the mine collapse. But I guess that's what pushed all this over the edge. Nothing like a major disaster to make you question the direction your life has taken, right? Oh, this is tricky. And see, this is where the writing of this game really leaps out to me, and it's so nuanced and everything. I've played several different visual novels over the course of my life, both reviewing them elsewhere and stuff like that, but Scarlet Hollow has this very deep understanding of player agency, and I think that's why it works so well and why I've enjoyed playing this game so much. I kind of want her to stick around because I know it's the right thing, and the end game state's not going to be fun without Kanika there, so I wouldn't have met you if I hadn't stuck around. It's not all bad. You're right. I guess some good things can come from messed up situations. I'm serious, by the way. If I leave town tomorrow, when I leave tomorrow, you should come with me. Oh, man. Oh, okay. How are you doing after last night, aside from the family stuff? Not great if you couldn't tell by now. At least I was able to get to sleep once the adrenaline wore off, even if I barely felt like I got any rest at all. Now I've just got a raging headache. Ugh, I hope I'm not coming down with something. Before things got heated with my folks, Mom gave me some more of this tea that's supposedly good for I don't know, recovery, rejuvenation. Must have been caffeinated or something because it did not help me fall asleep. But it's kind of helping with the headache. And at least it tastes good. What about you? Normal. You sure about that? I don't know if most people who are feeling normal say it quite like that. But hey, at least you seem to be holding it together. Well, make sure to have a chill one today. We'll just hang out with friends and have some fun trying to look for ghosts that don't exist. Or maybe don't exist. She started to doubt it. She started to doubt it. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to question my fundamental understanding of how the world works. Let's share a quiet moment. A soft breeze blows across the lot as you and Kanika share a quiet moment. Both your phones buzz in unison. You reach for them at the same time. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Mayor Jimmy Day? What the fuck is Mayor Jimmy Day? Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Wow, I totally blanked on the Mayor Jimmy thing. It's almost like we just went through a traumatic event or something, and I'm not on top of my schedule. But Stella's right. This gives us a chance to meet up with Oscar, and Mayor Jimmy's awful cute. I like that line. We're not going to pick it there. Why is meeting the mayor such a big event? You'll find out soon enough. I won't spoil the fun. Anyways, we'll chill with Mayor Jimmy, go to Reese's for dinner, then do some ghost hunting tonight. Thank God we have so much going on today. I really need the distraction. Thanks for letting me vent earlier. It helped. Shall we? Absolutely. You and Kanika make your way to the library. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. She's got like a Ghostbusters uniform on. Is that like a jumper, or am I hallucinating? Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Jack to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them. It's still worth it, trust us. All right, shall we? It's a dog! Not only is this mayor a dog, but judging from the series of portraits lining up the walls, every mayor of Scarlet Hollow has also been a dog. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, look at the back. Oh my gosh. You can tell this dog is a mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. Wow, bro. What is it with that jawline and those eyebrows? The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. He knows you have something. The boiled peanuts! You hold out your slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at their strong odor, and he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. Finally! Finally, after all this time. Drop it, sir. Drop it! His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Oh, hey, you finally got rid of those things. You better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets a tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there'll be hell to pay. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scritches are allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all of my friends and Winnie's Biscuits and, the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. All right, you've had your turn with the mayor. Now move along and keep the line going. He's so regal. Stella and Kanika quickly shuffle out of the room ahead of you, leaving you to follow. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up with your companions, you're interrupted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh no. Street smart, whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Jack. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Uh... Oh... I don't... I don't know which one to pick. You know what? Let's... I know a lot of Southern preachers, and I feel like we should at least try to entertain them. Most of them are like harmless people, despite the terrible stories you've probably heard of religion in the South. Which, for the record, I have nothing against anybody. I am actually legally ordained. So before you get all messy in the comments, there you go. Oh, thank God. I've been hoping to find a priest. I like your gumption. I can't even remember the last time someone around these parts actually wanted to find me. Is this about Pearl Ann or perhaps your mother? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's just a bit too spiritualist. Now, if there were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. Oh, so he's like a modern priest. Okay. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. I'm not going to say anything about the mines because Tabitha is already weird. And if he's already in a state of bias, I'm just going to be like, okay. All right, I believe you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And of course, I'm not saying anything against Mr. Gutierrez. I'm sure he saw something otherworldly. I just know that we simple humans tend to misinterpret signs of the divine, especially considering how frightened they can often seem. Yeah, be not afraid, huh, buddy? I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. That sounds lovely, thank you. Really? Oh, that's great. Sorry, I just usually don't get positive responses when I ask folks if they want to come up to the church. Anytime that works for you, just swing by. I'm sure I'll be around. I will never see you for the rest of the game if I have anything to say about it, my friend. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Jack. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Whoa, Oscar, buddy, Lord, look at you. You okay. Contain the gay thoughts. Contain the gay thoughts. You find them already talking to Oscar deep in the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after the dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going out until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghost. I'm not going to want to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that Oscar is so freaking studly. Like, buddy, you were hiding all that underneath your librarian clothes? My goodness, look at those arms. Look at these pecs. I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds cool. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so you can call it whatever you want. That explains her outfit. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing you'll need to bring is an open mind. You know what? Let's be cheesy. We'll have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Jack. Time to go bother our friend. I'm going to get back to it. See y'all tonight. Yeah, you're damn right I will be seeing you, Oscar. Time to go. Let's bring up the preacher. So I finally met... Oh, wow. Look at those facial expression changes. It was only a matter of time until I tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he just really wants people to like him, but he comes off as desperate. It's a vicious cycle. When you put it like that, this whole situation is kind of sad. Even if that's the case, it doesn't mean I have to like him. Whatever his deal is, it goes a step beyond trying too hard to get people to like him. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. He's not normal. Huh. And I don't mean in the stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just a little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way now that I think about him. He must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Yeah, but... Okay, so like we're in this town where supernatural crap is happening. And we have the preacher man that's weird that nobody wants to talk to. There's something going on there, dude. There's something up with the preacher man. And now I take back what I said earlier. I have to go talk to the preacher and just do a vibe check. You feel me? So I think we're going to go ahead and stop it here. I think this is a great place to stop it. That way we have a whole episode where we get to hang with Reese and figure out what's going on with him. I'm looking forward to meeting him. I think it's going to be fun. And to all of you out there, I love you. I hope you're having a great day. If you liked what you saw, what you heard, if you enjoyed hearing me thirst over Oscar, drop a like and subscribe if you don't mind. I try to get these Let's Plays up every single week, and I'm trying desperately to grow my YouTube channel. So by all means, I would love to have you aboard, and company's always welcome. Take care, everybody. Be good. And watch out for those ghosts and ghoulies in the dark.